right, this is a Mazda CX-5 with a big crack.
That's the new taillight that they're gonna put in there.
That's right, with a cracked tail light. We're gonna
that's
take a look
really
and replace
cracked.
it. Yep, we're gonna put a new one in.
It cracked right
Which we got right here from Rock
and it's
Auto.
new.
And so the first step I'm gonna do is I got the hatch open and we're gonna try opening this panel back here, and I guess that's where the screws are gonna be, or the nuts, so we can undo it. Okay, we got the panel off now, and you look in and kind of snake back, and I see some little nuts in there. We'll figure out what size they are and wiring harness plugs, and then we can switch them out. See right there?
Yep, right there.
Okay. On this little wiring harness plug right here, there's a little latch on the right that you can wiggle with your finger to pull out the wiring harness plug. Okay, well, it looks like there's 3 wiring harness plugs. There's 2 gray ones and a black one, and you just squeeze the side of it and then pull them up, and then you get it out of those holes. So now we've got the 3 things unplugged. Now we're gonna figure out what size those nuts are to unscrew those.
Yeah.
All right, the bit I'm using that fits on those nuts is a combination of 3/8 and 10 millimeters. So depending on which one it is, this does both, so I'm not sure, but try 3/8 or 10 millimeters for the nut.
Now it's time to fit the new one in.
All right, finally we got this off. When I pulled off the light, it was sticking a lot right up here by the end, and there's a little rubber grommet in there. And we just kind of had to, and here on the old light, see this little latch there? We kind of had to wiggle it out of that notch backwards. So we got it back a little bit, and now the big hole's open. I think we can just swap it with the new one, and then, you know, rebolt it in and reconnect the cables, and we should be good.
Yeah, and when it's finished, let's tell Evie that her car is finished getting fixed.
Well, now I got a strange situation. One of those little nuts fits on the screw head just fine, but the other ones are really tight. They screw on a few turns and then stop, almost like the shaft of them is too large for the nut. And I'm not quite sure what to do about that, because they should be identical to the old one. I may have to go to the hardware store and look for a tiny bit bigger size. Okay, finally got that all in. Looks like the tail light's working fine, and the turn signal's working fine, and it all seems to be fit and flush and secure in there. That other screw in there was a bugger. One of those interior screws was so tight, I actually had to use a ratchet to get the upper one started. It had something wrong with the threads, and finally it got tightened on there. I was nervous because the other one broke, because it just wouldn't fit, even though the nuts were the same. So everything seems to be working okay. And yeah, that's basically how to change out the exterior taillight assembly. Each of these little sockets can be turned counterclockwise to remove the bulb if you get a bulb burned out. But yeah, now everything looks good, and I'm glad it's finally done. Thanks for watching.